Hey cuties, it's your girl Tana Too Cute. Listen, I wanted to jump in here real quick with another cute chat, y'all. So we know that our favorite show, Sistas, season 9 premiered on this past Wednesday, y'all. So I wanted to jump in here and just highlight, the scenes that really stood out to me in this first episode, y'all. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will rate it an 8, y'all. We know that they have to build on the season, and I think they kicked it off right, y'all. But let's start first with the scene of the episode, y'all. Sabrina and Rich. I can't believe the words that Rich mumbled out of his mouth, y'all. Did you hear what Rich said? Now, he is trying to explain or justify his actions, getting it on, getting it down, with Penelope in the juice shop. I think they was high off smoothies in the juice shop based on what he said, y'all. So, of course, he's saying that he, did this because he was vulnerable. He was trying to get Sabrina off of his mind, and they didn't go all the way. He only, y'all have to watch the episode because I don't want to get too explicit, but I could not believe the words that came out of Rich's mouth. Now, Sabrina, you wasted too much time even listening to the bull, if you know what I mean. So she's entertaining the conversation, even though she's shutting it down. But to me, it almost feels like Sabrina may possibly fall for the okie doke. Y'all let me know down in the comments, what do you think about that particular scene? And based on what Rich was sharing, he did this because he was trying to get Sabrina off of his mind, or because he was, really scorned because they just broke up. It hadn't been 2 days, Rich. Get out of here. Gone. We don't want you. All right, so let's move on to the next scene that really kind of stood out to me was Danny and Tony. Y'all, if you watch my videos, you know how I feel about Tony and Rich at this point. But Tony, of course, so manipulative. Wow, did I say that right? But he is trying to, get Danny on board with coming to Alaska with him. No, Tony, she's not coming to Alaska with you. He's using the words we can do this, we can do that, and Danny called him out. Danny is not playing this season, y'all. She's not falling for the okie doke. She's focused on herself, healing herself so that she can be prepared for whatever this new love interest is coming her way. So again, as I said, Tony, get out of here. We don't want you. She ain't going to Alaska with you, so it ain't no we. Take your wife and your kids with you to Alaska. Okay? Moving on to the next scene that really stood out to me was the hospital visit. So of course they experienced some power outages in the area. Karen is in labor. Fatima is, just really trying to be there for Karen. Fatima got to be a strong one, baby, a mature one and strong to be, there for support for Karen. All that Karen has done over these seasons. Anywho, they get to the hospital and the nurse, everybody is just frantic. Everybody is just all over the place, just discombobulated because of the power. And Fatima, I was surprised that Fatima allowed the nurse to speak to her in that manner without going in that purse. Okay. But we can all understand that, during times like that, everybody is frantic. Everybody is all over the place. So they're in the hospital right now, and Karen says, y'all, that she feels that something is not right. She's running a fever, and she can just feel something is not right. So this could be, to the rumors or the rumbles that it's possible that Karen may lose one of the babies, but we don't know for sure, y'all. We're dealing with TP. Okay? And then the last the last scene that kind of stood out to me is Andy, y'all. Andy, of course, was saved by the day our boy Zach came through. Luckily, both of them are okay. Gary is okay as well. He did kind of help Zach in bringing down old boy. Y'all know I can't think of the names in the moment that I'm recording. And Jasmine, of course, he took her out. But anywho, what really stood out is Andy was surprised that Gary, stepped in to help Zach take old boy down, right? So it's almost, when they was back at her apartment, it almost made me think that she was contemplating revisiting her whole life since she was faced with death. In those type of situations, you are more likely to make big changes in your life. And I'm thinking she is contemplating, moving to London, going after Robin, because she is on her, she's now paranoid, back at her apartment. She had Zach, look around just to make sure Gary wasn't there, because Gary, he was really kind of acting really weird after that whole kidnapping situation. He was shaking in the corner like, what's going on with Gary? And it may be making some big decisions, this season. So we'll have to see. So, but anywho, those are the scenes that stood out to me in this first episode. Let me know what your thoughts are about the first episode. How would you rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10? But anywho, y'all like the video, hit subscribe, and look, y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.